this camera setup. Alrighty, we're back, guys, for another daily vlog. This time I'm bouncing off one of the comments you guys left down below in a recent video. Today's topic conversation, we're going to be talking about haunt events. We're asking, what do you love most about them and what would you improve about them? Just overall, where did my love for haunts just start, man? Oh my god. I could tell you that my very first trip to Halloween Horror Nights was definitely back in high school. 2014 or 2015, one of the two. It's a very blurry memory, but I remember going with some friends. We ditched school. We ditched school to go to Universal and enjoy Horror Nights right after. Those were the days, man. But I remember it was the year Ash vs. Evil Dead was there. I believe one of the Walking Deads were there at the time. It was such a big hit back then. Ever since that trip, I fell in love with Horror Nights. I remember going to Six Flags Fright Fest one day as a kid. I was terrified. I remember a clown jumping from the ceiling down below, and I believe it was one of the backlot mazes, but that was a blurry memory too. But Horror Nights is where my love for haunt really started. After that year, I think I fell off for a bit and started going religiously since 2018. Yeah, since 2018 I started going religiously for the most part. I remember that opening Scare Zone, the Spirits and Demons from the East. They need to bring that as a house. I don't know what is taking them so long, dude. That needs to become a house one day. If we can't see it as a Scare Zone again, but man, Horror Nights stole my heart for the most part. Then Scary Farm got introduced down the road, and God, I say it every year. Scary Farm is still one of my favorite Halloween events to attend, just due to how vast and spread out everything is as far as mazes, scare zones, all that good stuff. I love all these haunted attractions, haunts in their own ways. Not to disrespect any others. Fright Fest, I love you, but I love Fright Fest for many reasons, and we'll get into that in just a bit. But yeah, that's ultimately where my love for haunts started, and we'll definitely talk about my scare acting days as a scare actor in a different vlog. But we'll just start talking about some of the haunts that we've explored. So Horror Nights is always there. What I love about Horror Nights, it's definitely stepping into the movie aspect, into their mazes. They kill it, crush it with the production aspect of their mazes. I think one of my favorite recent mazes that I've been to at Horror Nights was The Last of Us. The Last of Us was one of my favorite video games that I've ever played, and when I heard that they were bringing The Last of Us to Horror Nights, I should have seen my reaction in this room. I woke Rachel up. She was like, "What happened? What's going on?" I was like, "Bro, The Last of Us is coming to Horror Nights." She was like, "Whatever." Bad. But aside from that, Horror Nights just has some memorable mazes that they bring to life from the movies. Like, not a movie, but TV series, Stranger Things. When they do those Netflix partnerships, dude, oof, out of the park mazes. I just hate the lines at Horror Nights. That's the only thing, dude. If you don't have Express, good luck. You could plan right, but it's very difficult. Moving on though, not Scary Farm, man. I just love Scary Farm for their originality, dude. Original mazes, original scare zones, just a lot of original things. There was a point in time where IPs were being introduced to Scary Farm, and I remember attending Scary Farm one year. It's very young, but I remember the Grudge. They had the Grudge maze. I was too scared to go in, but I remember seeing it there. If someone could just remind me what year that was. But up to recent years, man, although Scary Farm, has their mazes are repeat. A lot of their mazes stay for the course of 5 years, but they're on a good trend now where every year we're expecting at least two new mazes. Um, but that's what I love about Scary Farm. Though the original mazes, are kept there for a long time. They just always, it's just a good charm, and they just, it's something about reminiscing and the nostalgia feel of we recently lost last Waxworks, and man, I love the Waxworks. Oh, don't even get me started with the Depths. I love the Depths too, but unfortunately we lost the Depths to Widows. I'm not upset. Widows is a great maze, but dang, the Depths was so good. This year we're gonna see what's gonna be replacing Waxworks, and it's just gonna be interesting. As far as what I would improve for Scary Farm, that's tough. Scary Farm is just cool overall. The only thing I would improve is, I guess, the show aspects of things. Just, I know we have the hanging every year at this point now, which is, I love the hanging, but we definitely need to keep a running show in the Walter Knott Theater. That Elvira experience from last year, it was neat, but it wasn't cool. It wasn't as cool as Monsters, Music, and Mayhem. To lose that was sucks, dude. That was such a good show too. Other than that, man, you know what? If I could use my dining plan, my dining plan during Scary Farm, that'll be cool too. That's one thing I would improve. Now that I think about it, did I mention what I would improve for Horror Nights? Well, if there was something to improve for Horror Nights, I guess it was the pacing, the conga lines in the mazes. Like, as cool as it is to step into the scene for the mazes in Horror Nights, is, it always gets killed by the conga lines. That's just, unfortunately, that's just something we're used to now at Horror Nights. Just conga lines in the mazes, which suck. I can't say we don't get that at Knott's. Sometimes you do, sometimes you don't. They're pretty good at pacing at Knott's Berry Farm for the most part. But two different environments. Horror Nights is way busier and congested than Knott's Berry Farm, so I can see why they gotta do the conga lines. But moving on, Six Flags Magic Mountain Fright Fest. Oh man, where do I start? I didn't really start going to Fright Fest until 2021. This is when I first started my YouTube channel too, and I overlooked Fright Fest, man. I think in my video I really titled it "Don't Sleep on This Event," and I still say it to this day, don't sleep on Fright Fest. It's a great haunt event, dude. Although the Magic Mountain is could be miles and miles away from you. It's still a great place to go to. What I love about them is the scare zones, man. The scare zones come to life. What I really love about the scare zones, though, is the fact that they can interact with you a lot more than any other haunt event out there. At Horror Nights, scare actors can't really talk to you. They play like sign language with you, and I'm like, whoa, I suck at this game. I'm just gonna walk on by. Scary Farm, they talk to you, they interact with you, but they're really quick. It's nothing too crazy. They say a few things here and there to you, but the interactions I get at Fright Fest, though, are top tier. You know what I mean? It's just so funny, the things that they say, the interactions. They can have a whole minute conversation with you, but like within their character or storyline, so you could understand what's going on in the environment. And that's what I love. That's what I love about Fright Fest, man. Excuse me. But aside from that, what I would improve, the mazes are great. I would love to see more original mazes come to Fright Fest. Kind of like what Scary Farm is on now. They recently started introducing IPs, which was very bold. And look, I think my favorite IP at Fright Fest right now is The Conjuring. It didn't start off too strong, but where it's at now, holy shit. Rachel is terrified to walk through the Conjuring maze. I love that maze. It's one of my favorites right now. Conjuring and Willoughby still stands to my favorite mazes at Fright Fest. But I wish we could see more original mazes come to the event because I felt like that's what they built off of, and I just want to see more of that come. I don't mind the IPs, but I'm more of an original kind of type of guy. So I'll leave it at that. But yeah, that's my love for haunt events. I can't wait for this year. By the way, I'm just gonna put it out there. Scream Break was canceled. Shouldn't have been canceled. I hope it comes back next year, bigger and better. We love Scream Break at Six Flags Magic Mountain. If you guys don't know what Scream Break is, it's a mixture of Halloween and a Spring Break vibe put together during the month of April, and unfortunately they cut that away from us. Screw you, Cedar Fair. But let's hope we get it next year. But yeah, let me know in the comment section down below what you guys want to talk about potentially in the next few days. Actually, I'm going to be posting a little Q&A on my Instagram at SoCal Tall Guy. If you guys want to go over there, check it out. And just let me know what you guys want to hear next on the next daily vlog. We are out of here. Goodbye.